All right. Hey, you guys know why we're here. So as you come in, please like the video. How does this light? This light is I can work with it. It's the puff for me. It's dry. It needs well, I guess it's not really dry. It just appears dry. Anyway, y'all come on in the room. Let's discuss Queen Sugar on tonight. So, as you guys come in, please like the video and we're going to go ahead and get started. This is Queen Sugar, season 5, episode 5. Sorry, y'all, I'm reading some of these tweets. It was a good episode. It was a good episode. I will admit that I was a little nervous. I was a little paranoid. Thank you for liking. Thank you. I was a little paranoid because I was like, don't y'all, Ava, all of the writers, don't ruin this. Do not ruin this. Okay. Y'all know how long we have waited for this union. And I'm so appreciative that the whole episode, the whole thing went off without a hitch. Nothing went wrong. Praise God, because y'all know how they like to do. They like to submerge the bitter and the sweet together. So you can't even appreciate the sweetness and the sugar because you so focused on the bitterness that has occurred. Anyway, let's get started. So it is May 19th, 2020, the day of Rarla's wedding. Y'all know that Ralph Angel came home after a long day at his job and he just realized, look, I don't want to go one more day not being us together. And y'all know it has been a long time coming for these two. If you think back just to all the drama that they have been through, they tried to date other people. Ralph Angel found out that Blue might not be his. And then I think he found out that he really sincerely was not his. Darla had her relapse and, trying to get herself together. And she even dated somebody. And so she lived alone. She had like this whole thing, right? And so they finally made it back to each other. Everything is out there in the open. And so that is why we are rooting for them so hard, because we've seen the struggle, the pain, all that they went through. Clearly, Blue has been the glue. Blue has been the glue, right? But at the same time, they are really true to how we was doing, right? They had the Zoom aspect and they made sure to keep their masks on when they were in the house. Like if it wasn't their house, they still had the mask on and, all of those things, right? So they made it work. So let me see. We're not going to do too much sequential. Y'all know I just really don't like that. I understand a lot of people who watch the commentaries, they like for you to go in the order, right? But if you want like a play-by-play commentary, then follow on Twitter, because I'd be under the hashtag. I'd be doing all the things. But anyway, so they're having this wedding in exactly 12 hours, right? And they want everybody to wear yellow. Now, yellow is a color that I just do not have. I got the Beyonce yellow, not that springtime yellow that they was wearing. So to have a dress code, like Aunt Vi was saying, y'all got a dress code and y'all get married in 12 hours and y'all want a cake. This is a tall order, But that's what's on the list. That's what they want. Okay. I really loved how everyone was all for the couple. Okay. What they want, that's what they're going to get. It's long awaited. We doing this for Rarla. Okay, so Vi is cooking vigorously in the kitchen. Darla and Ralph Angel are talking out on the patio, and Darla has decided that Charlie's going to be her maid of honor. Now, she looks up to her. One issue that I had is that I'm like, where is Darla's friends at? Why Darla ain't got no friends? Now, if she does something wrong, if something occurs, they all gonna ride for Ralph Angel. So it's kind of like, where your friends at? Where your people that you house? It's just a very heavy, heavy, dark time. But yet again, Vi is there to bring the good advice and remind him of the let me make sure this is coming through because I don't wanna. It wasn't last week, but the week before, it was super glitchy. And I was like, if I could re-record this, I would. Let's talk about Queen Sugar. Let's talk about Rarla finally tying a knot. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I'll pull it up on my phone. I don't want to hear that ugly playback. Yeah, so anyway. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure I'm doing all of the things to set myself up for success here. Let me turn the sound down. Help me, Lord. Okay, yeah, I think we're good to go. It's like a split second behind, but I think we're good to go. Okay, so Auntie, wait. So they're all excited. I'm sorry, I was talking about Hollywood. Hollywood is, able to talk to Vi, and Vi has the words yet again. And like I told y'all, I aspire to have the words like Vi does. I understand that she is the matriarch of the family. I understand that she has this good doctrine and this wisdom, right? And apparently it comes with age and like experience. But I'm just like, can we get a little of that without the age? Like, I just want to be able to say the things. And I feel like in most of my friend groups, like I am that one. But Vi just has a special sauce. She just got a special sauce that I just really appreciate. Azo. Okay. All right. So Charlie heads over to the house. And one thing I noticed about the cast members who did not live in the Ralph Angel and Darla household, they kept their masks on. So I really, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I really liked that specific detail because it just showed you like how much attention they paid to like what you should be doing. Like if you're going to go visit people, leave your mask on. If you're going to take your mask off, be outside and 6 feet apart. It was just like the things, like I appreciated the things, right? So she goes over there and she's telling her like how she wants to judge up things, right? Even though it's a same day wedding, it's whatever, it's okay. And she has like this surprise bachelorette party up on Zoom. And I thought that was just the cutest thing. Her mom, who I thought was going to give her lots of problems, because y'all seen how later when she was talking to Vi, how much she had to say. These Facebook spam messages gotta chill. How much she had to say about Blue going to a school in DC. Like I was like, oh Lord, I already see problems. They had to sprinkle some problems in there somewhere, right? But yeah, even she was playing along. Nova, they had a little sash on. They was like, welcome to the family. You one of the sisters, like this whole thing. And I was like, oh, that is so special. They had a sash and a tiara for her. So I lived for that moment and also showed you like, as much as we cannot be around each other right now, like even the virtual aspect hits home. We still like the things like that, right? So yeah, Charlie's setting her up in that way. And she goes over to talk to Ralph Angel, kind of picking on him as a little brother, and they end up racing outside. They was not acting, they was fully running and they looked fully tired, but they did that, okay? Because I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't even been able to make it look like I made it. But it was just really an endearing episode. You see Charlie say, like, I'm really proud of you. Like, this is something that you've wanted. She's giving this same like advice to her brother, and not advice. Just expressing like gratitude. Encouragement. She's giving encouragement to Ralph Angel and Darla in this same type of way. Like, I've seen you guys like all the growth and all of this, and you are each other's people, right? And he ends up saying that Hollywood can't come. So she suggests, what is this? She suggests that Ralph Angel asks Micah to be the best man. So, he ends up being the best man. Hollywood ends up showing up later as this big surprise, right? But it just was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Like all the things, like I really appreciated. They were able to make this cute little, quaint little wedding real quick. The only person I was mad was not there is Prosper. But when I think about it, I mean, Ralph Angel is close to Prosper. Like, was he not there because he's older? Like, where is he at? I thought he was staying at Vi's place. Like, that was the only plot hole for me. Like, if he wasn't staying with Vi anymore, where was he at? This would have been a nice thing to have him get out and be at. Like, it's not like he lives so far. He could have been at the doggone thing. But anyway, there's a couple things I want y'all to notice. Calvin asked Nova if if she could see them like getting married, right? Like, is it far off from your thinking? Like, should I even be wanting this? Because are we even gonna do it? Blah blah blah. Woo woo woo. And Nova's not really all that excited. She kind of looking like, oh, well, like, and then she ends up going to pray, to her mom for like guidance and like, and one thing, I'm gonna skip over that, but like, Nova, now you had the chance. Remember that other writer that she could have been with, and he challenged her, and they kind of the same wavelength, but she didn't want that. She wanted this relationship and that's what love is, to be honest. It's hard, it's tough, it's rewarding, it's heartbreaking, it's like all of these things. It's annoying. It's so when you chose to be in this interracial relationship and you're an activist, you're a person that's always like fighting for Black people and always questioning the intentions of white people and always wanting to educate, like, you have to always be ready to fight this fight with not with your man, but as a couple, like, to others who feel like, is he educated enough on Black issues? Has he had a past in oppressing or had a helping hand in it? Does his family contribute to any of that? Does any of that rhetoric stem from his ancestry, immediate ancestry? Like, these are the things that you think about. I have not ever been in a relationship with someone outside my race, but I would assume, as someone who's an activist, and even in what we've seen on the show, she's constantly speaking up for the Black race and our plight and our experience. And so to be with a white man, even in the time that we've seen, anytime he's around her friends, he got to be on go. So it's like, is she going to be able to do that for the rest of their life? Is she gonna have to reintroduce and re-show like he's down? No, he's good, And then is Calvin gonna be able to understand, like, you're not ever gonna be able to have enough, okay, these are the 10 survival tips. Like, you're gonna have to always be educating yourself. I don't know if they're gonna make it because Nova's apprehension is a little nerve-wracking, but on brand. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. I think we all, like, a lot of the fans, y'all know this is the last season. A lot of the fans of the show just really wanted this moment of these two together because they just had so much, like, just of all the things that could have went wrong. They just kept going wrong. And it was like, you could clearly see like Ralph Angel's love for her, but then you could see like Darla's like lack of self-love. And then when she got the self-love, that's when Ralph Angel want to come around. And even now, like, she's questioning herself. Like, it just was like, we need these two to just get it right and be together. Don't be each other's rebound. Don't be each other's crutch. When Ralph Angel said, "You are my sun and my moon," I said, sir, who is writing this stuff? Who is writing this stuff? So next week and in the oncoming episodes, it's looking like they are going to cover the death of George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd. It's hard to believe that it's almost coming up on a year. It's hard to believe that this was the murder that shook the world in such a way. I know that it's because it was a pandemic and everybody was at home anyway. But I'm glad it did. Am I glad he was murdered? No. But I'm glad that it got the conversation like fully going in a way that it had not been before. So we're gonna see that. I'm not making any promises, but I'm gonna do something. Anyway, you guys let me know down in the comments what you thought about this week's episode of Queen Sugar. I am Camaray. This is Camaray Music TV. And I'll see you guys next time.